Boudica was the queen of the Iceni, a Celtic tribe in present-day eastern England, who famously led a revolt against the Roman Empire around 60 to 61 AD. Her rebellion stands as one of the most significant acts of native resistance to Roman rule in Britain, characterized by fierce battles, destruction, and tragic consequences. Boudica was married to Prasutagus, the king of the Iceni, who had formed an alliance with the Romans after their invasion of Britain in 43 AD. Prasutagus attempted to protect his kingdom by naming both his daughters and the Roman emperor as co-heirs upon his death. However, after his passing, the Romans ignored this arrangement, seizing Iceni lands. Boudica herself was flogged, and her daughters were brutally assaulted. This abuse sparked outrage, and Boudica, along with other disaffected tribes such as the Trinovantes, rose up in rebellion. In 60 or 61 AD, Boudica seized the opportunity to rebel while the Roman governor, Gaius Suetonius Paulinus, was occupied with a military campaign in Wales. Boudica united a massive army of Celts and launched devastating attacks on Roman settlements. The rebellion began with the destruction of Camulodunum, the Roman colony and former capital of the Trinovantes. Boudica's forces razed the town, including the temple to the Roman Emperor Claudius, and killed many Roman citizens. Boudica then marched on Londinium, the Roman capital of Britain. The Roman forces, unable to defend the city, evacuated it, leaving it to Boudica's army, who looted and burned the city, slaughtering inhabitants. The next target was Verulamium, which met a similar fate. The destruction and death toll in these cities were catastrophic, with tens of thousands of Romans and Britons loyal to Rome killed. Archaeological evidence supports the scale of the destruction, with charred layers found in the ruins of these towns. Boudica's initial successes shocked the Romans, but the empire's response was swift. Governor Suetonius gathered his forces and met Boudica's army in a decisive battle, likely somewhere in the Midlands. Despite Boudica's numerical superiority, Roman discipline and tactics prevailed, leading to a devastating defeat for the rebels. According to Roman accounts, Boudica either took poison to avoid capture, or died from illness soon after the battle. Though Boudica's rebellion was ultimately crushed, her legacy as a symbol of resistance against oppression endured. Her story, primarily recorded by Roman historians Tacitus and Cassius Dio, became legendary, particularly during the Victorian era, when she was celebrated as a national heroine. She represents courage, defiance, and the fight for freedom, becoming an iconic figure in British history.